Okay, this is my abduction around, well, this is a wild guess because I can't remember exactly when this was. I know I wrote it down somewhere, but I don't have time to go look for it on the forums. It would take me for, forever. Yeah, I got kicked off of the David Icke forums for talking about having sex with my reptilian beings. So that that moderator on there, Mighty Zeba, probably a freaking bag or something. He's just jealous. But yeah, I got kicked off of there because I was talking about my sexcapades with the interdimensional reptilians. But yeah, so it kind of pissed me off. But I don't really like to hate people, so I'm over it. But yeah, he's probably just jealous because he's not getting laid or something. And actually, I did just get laid recently, and that was the first time after I've been out of the Matrix for quite some time. And after I had already been 100% awakened to the Matrix and aliens and like everything. I mean, I'm sure there's still small little things I'm not awakened to, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like dating and having sex and shit, that's all freaking mind control program that people are running. And yeah, it was like so bland, and it was like, oh my god, it was just bland, boring. I mean, I don't mind cuddling and stuff, but most people aren't running that program. They're not asexual. You know, they are running the program of, oh, let's have hot sex, and that's the program they are running, to have sex, nasty sex. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I never knew what asexual meant, really, but asexual people, they still like to cuddle, they just don't want to freaking have nasty fucking sex, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this stupid bitch, man, she was this big old butch woman, and yeah, she was like fucking 62, 63 years old. Well, she said she was 60, but I do believe she was a little bit older than that. And she was just mad because her ugly ass woman, dumped her. She acted like they had been together 38 years, but I don't believe her. But yeah, so she just wanted to go out and have a one night stand, and which was fine by me, because I mean, I have no desire for sex. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I felt like it didn't even happen. I mean, I still felt out of the Matrix, which I knew, she was a slave to the Matrix, but I still felt out of the Matrix, so she went back in the Matrix, and I'm still back out of the Matrix, even though we had a fling for one night stand. But it was very, very bland, very boring, very, I could have easily done without. But yeah, the cuddling part, I mean, I like that, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, I could get myself off if I want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't need anybody else to do it. Well, the reptilians do it, I love that, but that's a different story, because that's like being in another dimension, which you are in another dimension. But, yeah, so, anyway, I don't have time to try to go find all my posts that I posted on the David Icke forums. So this is a wild guess. March 2014. Yeah, so it's probably been about a couple years since I've had this experience. And oh my god, you may have heard some the thunderstorm, the lightning. And yeah, oh my god, it's been raining like, I bet we've gotten like 10 or 12 inches by now. Well, maybe not that much. They said 3 inches, but I know it's going to end up being probably like 8 or 9. They already predicted some areas 8 or 9 inches of rain, but I bet you we probably already got that. But at first they only predicted like we would get like maybe 3. But yeah, I bet you when it's all over with, they'll be like, we got, this area got like 8 or 9 inches of rain. And I hope my little turtles, I hope I found a couple holes out there where I think they're hibernating. I hope they don't drown. I mean, I don't know how that works. But yeah, I hope the little fellers don't drown. I'm sure they know what to do. Okay, so this experience, the reptilian being, okay, as far as I remember, I don't remember him actually taking me out of body. He just popped me into the experience. So basically, it could have been an out of body experience, or it was a virtual reality experience. Yeah, like I said, I can't remember if I felt him pull me out, or if he just popped me in to the swimming pool in the hotel lobby. Which, as far as I remember, I think he did just pop me in. That's how it began. He popped me in to the swimming pool, out of body, but like I say, I didn't feel him take me out of body. So it could have been a virtual reality experience in the altered, of course, it wasn't in 3D, it was in the altered state of consciousness, which all of my experiences like this are, which they're a blast. And of course, I've been in hotel lobbies like that, like very beautiful, and you walk inside and it's all like many stories high, because it's all open, because the whole ceiling, I mean, there's not even a ceiling. It's like it goes all the way up to the top floor, wherever the top floor of where the hotel rooms are. I've been in lobbies like that before. But yeah, so he plopped me in. The abduction started where he just, bam, plopped me in a swimming pool. Well, he didn't plop me in it, but he placed me in the swimming pool. The hotel lobby. Very beautiful hotel lobby. And it was odd shaped too. Like, almost like a figure 8, but it was more odd than that. And it was kind of a small swimming pool. And I started walking around the swimming pool, and it was only about 3 feet, or about maybe 3.5 feet deep. And I was walking around the 3.5 foot deep swimming pool, and I was looking down into the water. It was very clear, and there were little pebbles that I was looking at, and some little cute little toads, like little baby toads, which I've seen a lot of when I lived in Texas. A lot of them die, because the sun fries them up, and they die because, But yeah, a lot of them survive, and they freaking get bigger than my foot in Texas. They're so cute, and they're huge in Texas. But yeah, so I was looking down, and there was little baby toads and some pebbles. And then, like I say, that it was, I guess you could call it Technicolor. I mean, it was like high definition. My experience was very clear, almost like Technicolor. It was vivid. It was all vivid when he plopped me down into the pool. And then, after I walked around the pool for a while, this reptilian being, stopped me in my tracks. And I just, was paralyzed. I just stopped, and I was paralyzed, and he blocked my vision. Like, all I could see at that point was blackness. And he felt as wide as a refrigerator. I mean, I actually do have a big black refrigerator, and that's what it felt like. It felt like I could tell it was him in front of me, but yeah, he felt about as wide as my big black refrigerator in front of me. And then, this was a very fast experience, which a lot of them actually are pretty, fast, or pretty quick experiences. And then what he did was, he dropped me from many stories. Well, basically at that point, he was trying to tell me, hey, I'm abducting you now. That's what he was trying to tell me, basically. He was a very benevolent reptilian being. He did not show me his face. I only felt him and how big he was. And so basically, when he blocked out my vision in pure blackness, after I was walking around the pool, he abducted me. And what he did was, he dropped me. Of course, you know, astrally, I was out of body. He dropped my astral body over my bed. I was many, 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 many stories high. Like, I don't know how many stories high. Like, I mean, like maybe 25 stories? Crap, I don't know. Okay, maybe about 30 stories, 30 or 40 stories high. He dropped me, my astral body. And it was a blast. And I just kept falling and falling and falling and falling. And at the foot of the bed, about 15 inches before I landed in the bed, it's like he was sitting there and he caught me. He caught me with both of his arms. Here, just for illustration, I found this picture on the internet with the little fingers, but that's not what he did. He caught me, my astral body, with both of his arms, like super gently. And he caught me just about 12, 14 inches before I hit the bed, astrally, at the foot of the bed. Actually, my bed was facing the other way, in my bedroom, but, you know, it's kind of hard to make exact pictures and stuff. Okay, so then he took both of his arms and he caught me. And what he did was he placed me back down on the bed, you know, which I was only 12 or 14 inches away from the bed. I mean, just like ever so gently. I mean, just like, I mean, so gentle. Very, very, very gentle. And it kind of reminded me of that commercial. I think some of these internet commercials, they're kind of like fly-by-night internet companies or something. It was called Exceed at the time. Exceed, I think it was called. And I think it was some kind of satellite or satellite internet service. And it showed aliens. And it showed a gray alien picking up the grandmother in the wheelchair, like ever so gently, and placing her back on the floor. I mean, that's how gentle. That's how gentle this reptilian being, as wide as this reptilian being who was as wide as a refrigerator, placed me back in bed. Okay, so then, after he placed me back in bed, over to my right, he showed me a UFO. And it was basically, it was completely round. It was thick. It was thick and round, just like, you know, like a spree candy. It was very, very thick. Except, well, you know, it was a lot thicker than a spree candy. But you know what I'm saying? It was just thick. Like, well, actually, I would say it was probably about, I mean, it was just completely round. I mean, I would say about as round as, 10 cars put together. It was completely round and thick. And I would say about 7 foot thick. And it was dark gray. It seemed kind of metal though. Yeah, it was metal. It seemed kind of like dark gray metal. And it had windows all the way around, like black little windows all the way around. And, but anyway, I do not believe this being lived in that UFO ship. You know, the aliens, they just like to present you with UFOs as just to play with your mind, just to play with your head. Most of my aliens that mess with me, they don't live, especially the reptilians, they don't live in UFOs. They live in their dimension. Of course, some of the beings probably do live, or do hang around in their UFO ships in their dimension or whatever. But mine don't. I mean, the Greys might, some of the Greys, I don't know, but yeah, most of the time, man, they just present these damn UFOs, at least to me, as as just a trip on my head. You know, I mean, because they know that that's just what they do to us, you know, Earthlings. They like to present us with UFOs, whether or not they're real or not, whether or not they really do hang out in UFOs, you know, who knows? You know, it's just kind of all a mystery. But yeah, I know this being did not live in that ship. you know, he was just presenting me with it. So anyway, that was a very quick abduction, and I would say it was around 2 years ago, so I just guesstimated on the date, March of 2014. And so that was my abduction to the hotel lobby swimming pool. Out of body, or virtual reality experience. Thanks for listening.